and I'm gonna eat it all. I'm gonna eat all. The ice cream be running all down your arm and shit. I'm going to eat all of my ice cream. There's always be one kid on the side didn't get no ice cream. The kids don't give a fuck. They say, you don't have no ice cream. You didn't get none. You didn't get none. You didn't get none. Cause you were on the welfare and can't afford it. He can't afford it. He can't afford it. He can't afford it. He can't. All the other kids joining me going, he can't afford it. He can't afford it. And his father is an alcoholic. He wants some ice cream. He wants some ice cream. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. One lick. Psych. You want some ice cream. You want to eat some of it. But you cannot have it. You want it. You dropped your eyes.
Wondering what would be the effect of an arc on the average neighbor. Now, here's a guy going to work 7 o'clock in the morning, Noah's next door neighbor, and he sees the ark. Hey! Yo up there! What do you want? What is this? It's an ark. You want to get it out of my driveway? I gotta get to work. Listen, what's this thing for anyway? I can't tell you. Ha 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 ha. Well, I mean, can't you give me a little hint? You want a hint? Yes, please. How long can you tread water? Ha 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 ha.
One time I was standing on a street corner and I was eating a peach, and this guy starts waving at me from across the street. And what do you do when someone waves you? You just wave back. Your arm just shoots up there. And I had a peach, so I'm waving the peach at the guy. And then I realized that he's not waving at me. I don't even know the fucking guy. He's waving at a guy behind me. So I'm just waving a peach at nobody. People looking at me. I didn't want to stop waving because I would be admitting that I fucked up, you know? I just kept waving it. I just started going, look at my peach! I have a peach! Look at it! Then people were afraid of me. That's respect.
I was never really a bad kid, though. I mean, believe it or not, I never really was. There was one time in my whole school life that I was almost suspended from school for smoking in the bathroom. And I really don't even smoke. That's the whole thing about it. I went in the bathroom with about 5 other kids, man. We were in shop, and we said, let us go to the bathroom. He said, go ahead. He was so happy to get rid of us. So we went in the bathroom. One guy broke out a cigarette he'd stolen from his father. Look, man, I stole a cigarette from my father. It's all bent up and the tobacco's falling out. Just light it up. So I'm watching these guys, you know, just watching them passing the cigarette around. I said, you know, that is really dumb. Smoking is really dumb. Now look at you. All you're doing is you're sucking in the smoke and blowing it out, and sucking it in and blowing it out, and you may make a circle now and then, but what else have you got? You know, like it would really be cool if you'd suck it in and keep it in there, you know. So one of the guys said, yeah, man, but that ain't it. The whole thing about it is, you know, you just suck in on it, see? And I put it in my lungs. Now I talk to you, and I say a lot of things, and you don't see any smoke coming out of my mouth, right? See, I can talk to you all the time. Just say, hi, do. Everything going right? Yes, fine, see, and no smoke. So I said, do that again. He said, it's very simple. Now, see, I'm going to talk to you. I say a lot of things. I go around circles on everything, and just pat you on the back, say, how you doing, Kyle? How's everything? See, you don't see any smoke coming out of my mouth. What do you think of that? I said, well, now, that's cool. That's cool. Let me try it. I said, how do you do it? He said, well, you just suck it into your lungs. And then when you talk, you don't breathe out. Just suck it in to the lungs, and you don't breathe, right? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's it. Keep going. No, but it ain't no fun. I couldn't breathe that time. My lungs don't want that in there. No, go ahead. Take it, suck it in now. Go ahead. Okay, all right. No, don't rush me. No, don't rush me. All right, now don't breathe out. Now talk to me. Yes, I'm talking to you now. I was talking to you now, Rich. How you doing? It's nice to see you. That's pretty cool. A little dizzy, but it's pretty cool. Try it again. Go ahead. Okay. But keep an eye out for the vice principal, will you? Okay. Vice principal. All right, who's smoking in here? And he was very cool. He waited. And I gave him my answer. I wasn't smoking. There was a room full of smoke. When I came in, I breathed that in. I remember my brother and I, at the age of 8 or 9, we had a great time. Because we used to think of our father as a giant. Now, every Saturday, my father would go out and really booze it up because my mother gave him an allowance of about $5, and he'd go down to the tavern, you know. They'd shoot darts and listen to Frank Merriwell on the Crystal set, you know, stuff like that. And they'd sing, and he'd come home about 9 o'clock, really loaded with beer, you know, and fun and everything. And he had a different attitude about him, you know. We'd wait in bed for him to come home, and we could hear him up, you know, from upstairs when we... And he'd come in and he'd speak to my mother. Hello, my dear. How are you? You know, she wouldn't speak because he's juiced. You know. You could hear him go upstairs and boom, boom, boom. We'd look at each other and say, the giant is home. He'd go past our bedroom into his room, you know, and you could hear him trying to take off his clothes. He'd drop his trousers. Chink! The giant has money. We'd wait for him to go to sleep, you know. He'd crawl in the bed. Oh, merciful Father. You could hear him snore. When my old man drank and really got boozed up, you could... You know, and he'd breathe so heavy that the whole house, everybody in the house would breathe with him, you know. And he would do a thing that you call chain stoking, which is you breathe and then you stop. You know, and he used to bug us, really, because Dad! Breathe so we can breathe. Oh, thanks a lot. Gee, Rich, you know, that kind of thing. But he'd go to sleep, and my brother and I would crawl into the room. You know, it was a big operation for us, hearts thumping, boom, boom, boom. We'd go through his pockets and steal him blind. Man, we'd run back in the bed and jump and split up the money. 85 cents, isn't that wonderful? You know, and he never caught us, never did. No, one morning he caught us. He really did. The giant caught us. I'd heard him. He woke up, looked through his pockets. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Who stole my dough? Did you take my dough, wife? No, I didn't. Did the kids take my dough? I'll beat the kids for this. Let me get my belt. Leave the children alone. Why? You win it with them? Yes, I get 20%. How many of you here... Oh, we used to take a lot. Happen to be the only child? Bang your hands together. All right. Okay. Not too many of you, and some of you don't know if you're the only child. Which is not your fault. It had nothing to do with it. But you always, because I was the oldest, see, and whenever I wanted to, I would turn around and punch the youngest one. What'd you do that for? Nothing. Because Dad hit me 3 months ago. Over you. Now, we lived in the projects. 2-bedroom apartment in the projects with beautiful linoleum floors. We had a wood linoleum floor, we had a rose linoleum floor, groovy for shooting marbles. On a rainy day, man, you got to know how to shoot on linoleum marbles. Or else your marbles will go under the piano. Never let your marbles go under the piano, man, because then you can't pick it up or nothing. Pianos are very heavy to pick them up. You know, you have to leave them underneath the piano for Saturday when you clean house and you say, oh, man, look at all the marbles under the piano, man. You pull them out. So, a 2-bedroom apartment with a wall so thin that you could hear a fly in the other room crawling on it. My mother and father slept in one bedroom in a huge bed. The tradition of the Cosby family is that the youngest child will sleep with the parents, and it still hangs today. I have a brother, 28, still sleeping with my mother and father, and my father keeps sending him out for pizza at 3 in the morning. Go out and get some pizza. Nah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, the place is closed. Well, go out and get something, just get out of here. Now, you got the mother and the father in one bedroom. In the other bedroom, you got the two demons that have to live, sleep, and eat together. The two Kool-Aid lovers. My father never understood me, really. I don't know what it is about him that he never understood me. He must have known that I was going to become famous, or else he would have put up with everything I did. I mean, he was always saying, like, what's wrong with that boy? You know, I put a frog in his milk one time, man. It was really cool, man. Put that frog in his milk. He didn't even know it, man. He went to reach for his milk and the frog. What's wrong with that boy? My mom thought it was funny. Mom was on the floor with me laughing, man. We were just laughing away, man. He didn't say, what's wrong with that mother? You know, just said, what's wrong with that boy? Father didn't understand me, man. One time I painted butterflies on his drawers, man. I loved it, man. Now, mothers cannot handle children the way fathers do, or the way fathers can, you see. Like a mother can get her way by crying. See, so mothers cry a lot. You give a mother a present. I walk in Mother's Day, man. I give her a thing. Here, Mom, take this. Mom says, oh, it's so wonderful. You know, and they always sit down with the apron. Oh, it's so wonderful. And you pat your mom on the head. Oh, Mom, you're so wonderful. I love you. And you feel groovy and good because you've given her a thing for Mother's Day, and she's crying and everything, see. But by the same token, I could always get my way if I cried. See, that's psyching Mom. I walk in, Mom, can I have a nickel? No, you can't have a nickel. I don't have a nickel to give you. But listen, Mom, Richie's got a nickel, and Larry's got a nickel, and Charlie's got a nickel, and all the guys in the neighborhood got a nickel except me. I don't have nothing. Here's a nickel. Okay, thanks a lot, babe. See, now a father is, that's a father. Description of a father. Now, how can you identify with that? You know, you walk in, ready for the psych. Hey, Dad! Can I have a nickel? Okay, I'll go someplace else and get it, or something like that. See, that's a father, man. Now, at night, when there's fooling around going on, or any time, especially, like, let's say in the daytime, and you're playing, and you and your brother are doing something, and you're always kidding around, and Mother says, will you please shut up? Okay, well, we cut it out. And you keep going doing the thing because it's only Mom, and she can't whip both of you at the same time, and so forth. So I said, will you cut it out? I'm not fooling around. You know, that doesn't mean anything. But if Dad ever said, all right, dun, 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 you better walk away clean, man. Walk away clean, because that's the old gunfighter, Jack. Now, the scene is the bedroom, pitch black. There's a small bed with two brothers in it. They're both sleeping in